Hey, what's going on, guys? We're Ghost here, and today we are remaking the most viewed and my favorite build on the channel, my Tommy's Matchbook explosion build. I love them. Ignitions. Call me Mr. Torg. The amount of explosions we are getting.
I'm Torg, and I'm here to ask you one question, and one question only. Explosions?
Love Borderlands. Continuing the conversation, let's start with the subclass. We're going to be working with Sunbreaker Titan. You're going to want for Roaring Flames and Solar Invictus on. Solar Invictus gives you sunspots, which heals you and gives your abilities back faster when standing within them. Along with Roaring Flames, final blows with solar abilities and ignitions increase the damage of your solar abilities and stacks 3 times. So, solar abilities include ignitions, so your ignitions are going to do more damage. Let's talk about Fragments. Ember of Ashes, you apply more scorch to a target. Ember of Char, your solar ignition spreads scorch to affected targets. Ember of Eruption, your solar ignitions increase area effect. And Ember of Benevolence, applying Restoration, Cure, or Radiant to allies, grant increased grenade, melee, and class ability regeneration for a short time. This is good. Now, this is really good if you're playing with a group. Even if you're playing matchmaking, this is good. If you're playing by yourself, though, might I recommend Ember of Empyrean, solar weapon or ability final blows to extend the duration of restoration and the radiant effect applied to you. You're going to be constantly applying restoration with your helmet and cure to yourself. So restoration will constantly be applying to you, to your teammates. That way you'll always proc Ember of Benevolence. So it's really not a bad idea to have this on when you're playing by yourself. When you're playing with people, I'm sorry. If you're playing by yourself, put on Empyrean. Every kill you get will extend the restoration you get from Soul Invictus and your helmet. It's nothing to go wrong with. It's always very good. I'm also running Healing Grenade just in case somehow, some way this ability turns off. And the restoration you get from this grenade can also be extended with Ember of Empyrean. So really good. Reuse whatever grenade you want to use. You can use Hammer Strike if you want to, but I'm using Solar Hammer so I can get my stuff back. But you really don't need either one. You can just have more ignitions with Hammer Strike. Because if you get a kill with Hammer Strike, they ignite. So really good. But I'm not building melee, so the melee's not going to do that much damage to begin with. All right, now the next core part of the build, Tommy's Matchbook. Oh Lord, how I have missed you. We've got 2 perks that really matter. Sustained fire with this weapon overheats it, increasing the damage but burns the user. And the catalyst, which a must-have. You must have the catalyst for this build to work. If you want the catalyst, feel free to do some of your rewards. If you go to the director and then go to this button over here, the seasonal hub, you want to do these daily objectives so you can get payouts. You want to continue to do the daily orders, the active orders you have available. Do them until you get a legendary, or you really want to go for an exotic order. The more legendaries you do, the more likely for you to get an exotic one. The exotic ones have a guaranteed chance to drop a catalyst. It might not be the catalyst you want, but it's guaranteed, so why not get it? That's how you get the catalyst for this thing. Moving forward, this allows you, the catalyst allows you to scorch enemies. You build up scorch by constantly shooting at them. The more you shoot at them, the more scorch you get. Once you get to 100 scorch, they blow up. Kabloomies. Very fun. Now, because of the artifact mods we have on, we will not have to reload. As long as you're getting kills, you don't gotta reload. Let's talk about it. Solar Fulmination from the Hunter's Journal. Your ignitions do increased damage to an increased radius. And then you got Sustained Fire. Continuously damaging combatants or healing with an auto rifle grants you damage resistance. And then targeting autoloader. While you have an auto rifle equipped, defeating combatants reloads your equipped weapon and temporarily increases weapon damage. Award bonus progress when dealing final blows while surrounded. Cool. Elemental Siphon. While rapid final blows with a kinetic weapon or a weapon matching your equipped super, create an elemental pickup that matches your grenade. You're going to get a fire sprite. Equipped super, I'm sorry, not matches your grenade. You're going to get a fire sprite. Fire sprite gives you grenade charge when you pick them up. That way you get your grenade back faster, aka you get your cure grenade back faster, or whatever grenade you want to put on. Keep in mind, you're going to want your Roaring Flames as high as possible. Just keep killing. Just keep shooting. Literally just keep shooting. Just pretend like you're freaking Dory and Finding Nemo and just say, just keep shooting, shooting. Last perk we're going to have worry about is Radiant Orbs. While you have Solar and Prismatic subclass equipped, picking up overpower makes you Radiant. Nothing's wrong with Radiant. I think it's like, what, 10-15% more damage? You're walking around with it, and if you have Empyrean on, it'll extend for almost ever because you're constantly shooting people and exploding people. Last 2 are really you can switch these out for as much as you want. The only 3 you really need are targeting, autoloader, sustained fire, and solar fulmination. I just straight up picked anything to do with solar or auto rifles, and I like strand, so I'm using a strand trace rifle and a strand linear, so can't go wrong with it. And energy diffusion substrate, you can't really, there's really nothing else here because we're not using a sniper rifle that's solar, because unless you want to, well, no, you legitimately can't use a solar sniper here, so it doesn't really matter. You're going to want energy diffusion substrate to gain a small amount of resistance to all damage dealt to you by combatants. So Can't go wrong with that. Now, the other meat and potatoes of this build is Precious Scars. Precious Scars exotic perk states that final blows from weapons with the damage type matching your super create a burst of healing around you that grant allies restoration. After reviving or being revived, you gain an aura that provides overshields to you and your nearby allies. This is also very good in freaking group play. Like I said, if you want to have Benevolence on, this is how you're going to be giving restoration to your teammates and you. So that's how you're keeping yourself alive. The fact that Tommy's Matchbook is still burning you alive does not matter if you're constantly healing yourself. So it's legitimately just water under the bridge. Let's get to the set bonus. The set bonuses. We're going with the Rasputin set bonus that lets you spawn War Mind cells. You get this from Cosmodrome if you guys were looking to get it, and the distortion is currently not active. You go to the currently active Lost Sector, put it on Master, and just run it over and over again. You're going to want to put the Powerhouse Ghost mod on so you can get weapons and super stat. So that way you get weapon super, because this build mainly uses weapon and super. So why not have it as high as possible? Let's talk about the set bonus though. Rasputin's Wrath. Final blows with area of effect damage, solar abilities, 7 Seraph weapons, or Ikelos weapons grant Warmind charges. Each stack of Warmind charge increases your weapons and grenade stat. Rasputin's Reprisal. While you have Warmind charges, defeating a powerful combatant, destroying a construct, or destroying a tango releases a solar detonation that damages combatants and heals allies. Constructs include barricade, turret, stasis, and or other objects created in the field. So that's the main reason why I'm wanting a strand weapon. Honestly, if you could have a strand weapon with, like I said right here, tear, precision final blows cause nearby targets to become severed. When they're severed and you kill them, they drop a tangle. There's your tangle. For the mods, you're gonna want, I have a special ammo one. I have so much special here, so there's legitimately so much special on the ground. So use whatever special you want here. I have 2 siphons mod. I have a strand and a solar siphon mod. Then we have on the arms, we've got reloaders. Just put whatever mods you really want on. Chest piece, just resistances, boots, surges, and then class items. I have like time dilation to extend the surges and bomber. Mods don't really matter here. Use whatever you want. Use whatever you think is good. Now, we've pretty much hit everything. We're going to be shooting our Tommy's Matchbook. As soon as you see a group of enemies, you find the biggest one and say F you specifically and put 50 bullets in his chest and he's going to blow up. And everything around him is also going to blow up. Let's get to the gameplay. All right, so boom, me and this unstoppable champion lock eyes. I tell him to say hello to my little friend and put 50 in his chest. And because I put 50 in his chest, that dude on the left explodes. Because he explodes, the dude on the right explodes. And then the entire room explodes. You're gonna see me do it again in 2.5. But like I said, this build is very fun. I love it a lot. Any activities with close quarters combat, any indoor activities or any type of activities where there are a bunch of mobs next to each other. So basically, any new activity that came out post Battlegrounds, this is pretty much going to do good at. I love it a lot. It's very fun to see everything explode. If you look closely, you can see like the War Mine explosions because of the ignitions. It's very, very fun. Now, this is a good build, like I just said, but it does have some struggles. Like I said, any type of activities or mobs that hit you very hard, very fast. I'm talking about a Centurion throwing you into a wall, putting you at 1 HP. It's kind of gonna suck. Or something that does good damage, but very continuously. I'm talking about ogres in here. Ogre eye blasts will shred you. They won't kill you immediately, but they will do a lot of damage to stop your freaking health from regenerating with restoration. Some GMs will absolutely give you issues with this build. Now, I was doing Exodus Crash to get some footage for this build, thinking that it would do pretty good, and the opening it did do fairly good. There's a bunch of high health enemies surrounded by smaller health enemies, especially in the beginning. Their distance will change, it's really good. But then I got to the room with you gotta sit down and put the ghost down and hold the fort. I thought it would be very good. It was not, because the enemies are not close enough. The enemies are so tanky to where it doesn't really do anything, and the unstoppable champions and overload champions just wouldn't die. So by the time I like got the ignition going, I'd have to swap weapons. In certain activities, it just doesn't work. But any activity in most GMs, it should be fine. I love this build a lot. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And stay spooky, man. I hope you guys enjoying the last couple months we have of Destiny. No matter what happens, no matter what you do with this game, I'm glad you were a Guardian, and I'm glad you came to this video. Have a good one and stay spooky, all right? Peace. Explosions!